Hello guys, and welcome to Sydney Central Railway Station. Today I'm going to catch the Central Coast and Newcastle line to Wondabyne and do some train spotting over there. Let's go! Central Station is the largest and busiest railway station in New South Wales. It serves as a major transport interchange for New South Wales TrainLink intercity and regional rail services, Sydney Trains commuter rail services, Sydney light rail services, buses and coaches. Wondabyne Station is located on the Central Coast and Newcastle line. The line connects the state's two largest cities, Sydney and Newcastle, and services the Hawkesbury River region and the Central Coast. Today is Sunday. In order to get to Wondabyne, I have to catch the train that stops at all stations to Wyong, which is departing in 13 minutes. Central Station is currently undergoing a major construction to deliver Sydney Metro to Central Station. The construction includes a 27-metre deep metro station, as well as a landmark Central Walk underground concourse allowing easier connection between light rail, suburban and intercity trains, the new Sydney Metro and buses. Central Walk is expected to be open in 2022 and the metro construction to be complete in 2024. What we see now is the roof of the new Central Walk. The Central Coast and Newcastle line service is run by two types of trains. This one is the New South Wales TrainLink V set. These stainless steel double-deck trains first entered the service in 1970 and will retire next year when the new D set trains finished testing. One spoiler alert, you will see the D set train later on in this video. These trains are now the oldest in the New South Wales TrainLink fleet, but they are actually my favourite. They have a top operating speed of 115 km per hour. Being refurbished in 2013, the train now have new carpets and seat covers themed in bush plum. The seats are in a comfortable 2-2 configuration. Each seat has ample legroom and a footrest. I'll be really sad when they retire in 2022. At the end of the carriage, there's space for you to store your luggage and bikes. At the other end are two toilets. The train runs in 4-car or 8-car sets, depends on the time of the day. On weekends, all Central Coast and Newcastle line services are run by the newer New South Wales TrainLink H set trains. They first entered service in 2006. Depends on the demand, the H set can be run in either 4-car or 8-car sets. This double-deck train has a top speed of 130 km per hour. The first and last carriage of the 4-car sets are quiet carriages. The facility on board include a wheelchair-accessible toilet, and each carriage has 4 wheelchair spaces. The seating on this train are in a 3-2 configuration on both upper and lower deck sections. The seats on this train are high-back seating covered with durable vandal-proof woolen moquette fabric with padded headrests and retractable footrests. The journey to Wondabyne takes about 70 minutes. The train leaves Central Station every hour, even on weekends, so the place is easily accessible. After leaving Central, the train runs on the main Western Railway line. Between McDonaldtown and Strathfield, there are 6 railway tracks that are parallel to each other. Correct me if I'm wrong, the 2 tracks that are the furthest from us are used by T2 in the west and Leppington Suburban Line services that stops at all stations. The 2 tracks that are next to us are used by T1 Western and Richmond Line. These are limited stop services that trains on this line don't stop between Redfern and Strathfield. And finally, the last 2 tracks are used by intercity and regional trains.
This station is Strathfield.
The distance between Central and Strathfield Station is about 12 kilometers. It took us 13 minutes to get here. Strathfield Station is located on the main Northern and main Western Railway line, forming a major junction for regional and suburban rail services. Now you can see that we are leaving the main Western line and about to join the main Northern line, which runs through Central Coast and all the way to the Queensland border. Yes, I'm sitting in a quiet carriage, but some people just don't care. About 12 minutes after we left Strathfield, we arrived at Epping. It is a major interchange station between Sydney Trains T9 Northern Line and Sydney Metro North West Line.
This station is Hornsby.
And another 12 minutes later, we arrived at Hornsby Station, the last major junction before we leave Sydney.
Next stop, Barara.
10 minutes after we left Hornsby, we arrived at Barara Station. It is the northern boundary of the Sydney Suburban Railway network. I'm not sure if there's gonna have toilet facility at Wondabyne Station, so I decided to use the toilet on board. It is a wheelchair accessible toilet. To lock the door, make sure you first push the green button, wait until the door is fully closed, then push the red one. If you don't push the red button, people can open the door from outside. Wondabyne Station is very tiny. The length of its 2 side platforms are less than 1 carriage long, so in order to alight I have to walk to the rear of the train and inform the train guard that I would like to get off. Otherwise, the train will not stop there. Can I get off at Wondabyne, please? Hawkesbury River Station serves the town of Brooklyn, located on the southern bank of Hawkesbury River. The river separates Greater Metropolitan Sydney with Central Coast.
Next stop, Wondabyne.
As we have crossed the bridge, we are now officially in Central Coast, and the first stop is Wondabyne, which I will be getting off. After Wondabyne, this train will keep heading north to Woy Woy, Gosford and Wyong.
This train will stop at Wondabyne. This station is Wondabyne.
Welcome to Wondabyne Station. It is the only station in Australia that does not have road access. The station is 65.15 kilometers from Central. It is mainly used by bushwalkers on the Great North Walk and the homeowners who live on the other side of the creek. Due to its remote location, there's no mobile reception here. The station provides free Wi-Fi. Once connected, you will be allowed to use unlimited data for up to 1 hour each day. The Wi-Fi speed is pretty fast. The station is also fully equipped with Opal card reader, announcements of approaching trains, security camera, printed timetables, and other posters relevant to the railways. Now finally, let's start Trainspotting. Have you ever wondered how to get back on board the train? Yes, just signal the driver the same way as you hail a bus. Simple. Today is Sunday. All the Central Coast and Newcastle line trains are operated by the H fare train. I was hoping to see some cargo trains, but after staying here for 3 hours, I eventually gave up and decided to come back on another day. Today is Friday. I came to Central Station early in the morning. I'm hoping to see some cargo and regional trains today. Let's go! A cargo train derailed near Coffs Harbour earlier this week, so the XPT to Casino and Grafton have been cancelled. But it doesn't mean I won't see any XPT today. Look here, an XPT bound for Melbourne is ready to leave. By the way, have you watched my XPT First Class Sleeper Sydney to Melbourne review yet? If you haven't, you can watch it by clicking on the card on the top right corner of the screen.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
This train will stop at Wondabyne. This station is Wondabyne.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Welcome back! The first train I saw at Wondabyne today was a 4-car H set. But soon after comes a cargo train. Today's my lucky day. Then here are some VSAT trains in action. And now this is the New South Wales TrainLink Xplorer train. The front 4 cars are bound for Armadale and the rear 2 are heading to Moree. They will split at Werris Creek, approximately 346 kilometers from here. I've also made a Sydney to Canberra train review on board an Xplorer train. Please feel free to check it out. Aha! This is gonna be the future workhorse of the Central Coast and Newcastle line, the New South Wales TrainLink D set. It has a top speed of 160 km per hour and a top operating speed of 130 km per hour. The train can run in either 4-car, 6-car or 10-car sets. There will be accessible toilets, dedicated space for luggage, prams, bikes and wheelchairs. The seats will be fixed in a 2-tier arrangement. The seating will include cup holders, tray tables and armrests. Each seat will also feature a charging station for mobile devices. Overall, it will be a much more comfortable ride for commuters. My personal opinion though, the front looks ugly. I prefer the look of the good old V set. After doing enough sporting, I was about to leave. Then another cargo train popped up. So this is my Trainspotting experience at Wondabyne Station. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button if you'd like to see more Trainspotting videos like this. I will upload a video of the raw clips of all the trains that I spotted at this station for my members. Again, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.